Ame-no-Mioya-gami had a large body, so he had difficulty adapting to life on Earth, and had a hard time adjusting himself. But some of his core teachings are still being handed down to this day. One of his teachings, I must tell you now, is that humans must live as children of God or Buddha. And it means they must live rightly. This was an important pillar. It means that humans should not just live in this world. It is not just about getting food and living on earth. He told people to live rightly. And to think about what it means to live rightly was exactly the act of examining the self. He also gave different teachings to men and women. To men, he told them to be manly. I think this can apply to today's men as well. What does it mean to be manly? It means don't live selfishly for your own desire or benefit only. And instead, live for the sake of many people and stake your life for them. Live fair and square without telling lies or being fake or deceiving others. This is what he taught to men. Then, what did he teach to women? He was kind to women, but also strict in a way. Women play a crucial role in allowing humans to continuously undergo soul training on earth. We would have a simple world if humans were all male or all female. But we have both male and female. And this made life in this world more complicated and made adjustment more difficult. Sustaining families and producing offspring is also a complicated matter. But men and women must make efforts to solve these difficult problems and join hands to create an ideal nation. He taught such things. From what I think now, he also seemed to have expected women in those times to have strong nerves, although such women are rare today. Mothers were expected to tell off their children if they were lazy, delinquent, or went astray, be stern toward their husbands who stay idle at home without working. They had to be strong and raise the husband's spirits. He also expected them to make a man a man. Women in those times were quite strong, and they would sometimes make slow and weak men back away. They even fought at the forefront. In any age, there are smart women as well as agile women. So Ame-no-Mioya-gami taught men and women to refine their souls with one another while living together. He also taught the importance of manners and obedience as religious teachings. He clearly said, never think that the things on this earth are all and everything. The true world is the spiritual heavenly world you will go to after you leave this world. Life on earth is limited. But do not live in a way that will make you regret after returning to the other world. And looking back over how you have lived, he often taught this. He taught to never live a life you would be ashamed of. Live nobly as a human being. Do not live in a way that you will feel embarrassed if others were to see. Life on earth is short, so do not become corrupt or do anything that will degrade your souls in such a brief life you are given. He taught such things. I believe this is the starting point of Bushido, or the samurai spirit. By the Middle Ages at least, Jocho Yamamoto wrote a book called Hagakure and said, Bushido, or the way of samurai, is found in death. Of course, death itself is not the purpose. Our lifespan in this world is actually quite short. We live far longer years of life in another world, and we sometimes come to this world to live for some decades. Based on this, are you making the right decisions by always thinking about your own death or life after death? Are you living rightly? Are you leading a false life? Are you deluding someone else's life? Are you doing any wrong? Are you doing right? Are you being kind to others? Are you giving comfort to people who are suffering? By thinking about your own death every day, you shall awaken to the meaning of life in this world, and the true meaning of live each day as if it's your last. This is the Japanese Bushido spirit. Japanese people lived while thinking about their own death and about what they would leave behind after death.